Okay, I'm going to talk to you about why I'm super passionate about leverage and creating leverage versus being leveraged. So when I was a teacher in the Cleveland City Public Schools and New York City Public Schools, I was being leveraged. I was paid a certain amount. I was told when to punch in, when to punch out, how long I had for lunch, how many days I could take off, how many days I could be sick, and that was that. So no matter how early I came in or how late I stayed, my income was only going to be at a very specific level. And the chances of me increasing that in a quick amount of time were slim to none. So I needed more money. I went out and I got a second job. Now, when I got the second job, guess what? Well, most second jobs pay less than the first job. So the gas that I burned up traveling to the second job was what I made on my second job. So I was working really, really hard, running really, really fast just to stand still. Can anybody relate to that? Because I was being leveraged. So I was looking for something, but I didn't even know where to look because I didn't know that I didn't know and I thought I knew. And that's the case for a lot of people. So can you imagine I went to elementary, junior high, high school, and then I went and got an honors degree from college. Then I got a terminal master's degree from an Ivy League institution. And out of all of that schooling and tens of thousands of dollars spent getting an education, and then years and years and years, I didn't have one course on building passive residual income, developing wealth, entrepreneurship, just financial intelligence, nothing. So I just, to me, that's shocking that we live in a time where there's so little, if any at all, education on finances and how to really do that successfully. So I got introduced to a concept in the home-based business arena. And when I saw this compensation, I got really, really excited, and I'm going to share with you what exactly that is. So I'm talking to business owners right now, those of you that are in the home-based business arena, those of you that are looking to get involved in the home-based business arena. Perhaps you want to improve the quality of your life and your finances, but you don't know how and how it works. So I'm going to give you a little sampling of what is called the binary compensation. Now, you may be in a binary compensation in terms of your relative company, but it might have different rules. So make sure you check with your specific company in terms of how that breaks down. I'm only going to be talking about it from my vantage point, okay? So binary just means two. It means that you have a left team and you have a right team. Now the laws that govern the binary that I'm using, they say, listen, when you build outside left and outside right when you're placing people into your business. So all that means is you're not going to go any further than left, right in terms of the width. Okay, so just like your left leg and your right leg, that's all you're going to put initially in terms of width. And then from then on out, everything you do is going to be going down, which means building depth. Okay, so here's the magic and why this is so powerful. So when I had that second job, okay, when I was working as a teacher and I went to get a second job, there's only 24 hours in a day, there's only one of me. So even if I worked a third job, there's still a permanent cap on how much income I can make because it's just me. However, when I get out of the box of being leveraged and then I decide I'm going to create it, then whole new worlds and new opportunities open up in terms of income. J. Paul Getty, one of the first billionaires in the United States, said, I'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own effort, because he understood the power of leverage. So here's what it looks like. I go through my phone. I go through my contacts, people that I'm friends with, family members, church members, neighbors, work colleagues, associates. Who do I hang out with? Who do I go to the gym with? And when I look at that entire database of people that I know and who knows me, people that I went to school with, it's pretty big. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, certainly I can find, for this example, I can find 6 people that would like to improve the quality of their life and their finances. And when that happens, here's how the magic works. Let's say I put the first 3 on my left, okay? So I've got 3 people that are a part of my business now on my left team, 1, 2, 3. First person I put in, they're excited. I put the second person in. Guess what? I put them underneath the first person. So now the first person is more excited because they're benefiting from the work that I'm doing because I put number 2 underneath them. Number 3 goes underneath 1 and 2. So now number 1 and number 2 are both excited because 3 is underneath them. They're going to benefit. Okay? So that creates some synergy. It helps to solidify belief that this works and we're on to something. When I do the exact same thing on this side and I place 4, 5, and 6 on that right side, the exact same thing happens. Now the beauty of it is that everybody has their own left and right. So even though this is, we call this the team leg. So teamwork makes the dream work because 1 and then 2, 3, 2 benefits from 1 and so on and so forth. That's everyone's left team. But 1 also is going to have their right team. 2 is going to have their right. 3 is going to have their right. And they can build that as deep and as big as they want. There's absolutely no limit to how many people they can bring into their business. Okay, and the same thing over here. 4 has their left, 5 has their left, and 6 has their left. So the magic of it happens when, let's say number 1 that I put in, they're excited and they say, you know what, this business is amazing. I love the product. I'm really, passionate about promoting the product. And they're just going about building their business. That's fantastic. Well, some of the people that number 1 brings into the business are going to go underneath number 3. So now number 3 gets to benefit from what number 1 did. And then number 2, as they're building, it's the same thing here, and then they build also on the right team, well, that benefits number 1 as well. Okay, but also number 3 can benefit when number 2 puts them on the outside left. That's the power of what this is. I don't want to go too deep into it because it's just a lot of people and circles. Use your imagination in terms of how things happen in a viral nature and the times that we live in. When people are excited about something and it's working and they're getting value from something, they're going to share it. They're going to tell people about it. And so you're going to have individuals that come across your path. And some of them are going to want to be very successful and build a big business. Fantastic. Some of them are just going to want to earn enough money to pay their utility bills. That's fine too. The point is that we can all create leverage from each other. So even when you are putting people in continuously beyond the first 6, you still get the opportunity to impact all of the people that were there. Okay, and those first 4, 5, and 6, you can still impact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down here if you're putting people underneath on either your left or your right team. And again, there's no limit to that. You can build in depth as far and as deep as you choose. And so that means there are more and more people that can benefit from not just your efforts, but from the efforts of their teammates. It's called teamwork makes the dream work. Now, let's say, for example, you're looking at this information and your friend says to you, listen, I know that you want to be in business with me, and I also know that you want to own the product and you want to share it and promote it. Fantastic. Let's get your position locked in. And even though you have to finish this big case that you're working on, maybe you're a lawyer, or maybe you have a kid that you're about to put in daycare, but you want to spend the last couple of months with them before you do that. So you may not be able to get engaged in building your business for a couple of months. That's okay. As long as you're locking your spot today, your friend is still going to be building their business. So when I'm sharing this information with people, I just say to them, look, when you lock your spot, I'm going to continue to put people in regardless. So because you locked your spot and you have your business and you have the product, fantastic. Even though you're not actively building, you're still going to benefit because you're there. So when I put in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you may come to me 2 months from now and say, hey, who are all these people that are a part of my business that I can get paid on? And I say, well, I told you I was going to build it regardless. So you can actually leverage that and we can help you start building on your left team. Because the way the binary works is it works based on the activity you're doing on your left and your right. And sometimes when you strategically partner with people who are serious about building a successful business, that can be a great benefit to you because they're going to continue building underneath you whether you're building or not. So ask the person that question when they're sharing this information. Are they in a binary compensation plan? And what if you get started, are they going to put people underneath you whether you work the business or not? Just ask the question. There's nothing wrong with that because it lets you know about the intention And I promise you this, whoever's showing you this video, whoever directed you to this video, they're building a business and they're serious about it, and you can leverage off of them and they can leverage off of you. So I love the teamwork, making the dream work business model. It's so much better because when you look at the dynamics of how most structures work, let's just go a little bit beyond the binary. Most businesses look like this. You have a CEO at the top, and then you have middle management, and then you have hardworking employees at the bottom. Think about this, in whatever company that you work for, whatever you're doing right now, what are your chances in the next 2 to 5 years to go from hardworking employee to generating the kind of income the CEO makes? For most people, the chances are going to be slim to none. And even if you do get to the top, you can't take anyone with you because there's room for how many at the top? Just one. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not saying that people don't feed their families working for jobs. Of course they do. And I've had jobs too. I'm just saying that I don't like the fact that there's a permanent cap on how much income I can make and someone else continues to determine my worth. And even if I wanted to, there's no chance for me to double or triple or quadruple my income in the next 2 to 5 years. Even if you work 10 or 15 years, some people can work that long and still not get to the CEO income level in their company. Whereas in our business model, you start here at the bottom and you can work your way all the way up to the top. But do you see how much more room is at the top? You just flip that model upside down. Because whoever wants to get to the top and earn quote unquote CEO type income, I'm talking about multiple 6 figures or 7 figures annually, whoever wants to get to the top can do so, and they can do it in a 2 to 5 year window. Some people might take 6 or 7 years, but my point is that at least in this business model, you have an opportunity to get paid what you feel you're worth. And what I want you to leave with is this. What you can do in our business model in 2 to 5 years, you can never do in most jobs in 30 or 40 years. Think about that. That's why I love Residual, baby. So get back with the person that got you on this video and let them know if you're serious about improving the quality of your life and your finances, you're ready to get properly educated and make a decision about improving and empowering your life at a very different level and getting paid what you're worth. Let's go.